Good afternoon and welcome back in to your daily community briefing. To finish off the week here on Friday, we're here with you live on WBONTV Channel 9. Michael Watkins back in the anchor chair with you folks. Glad to have you tuned in. And what looks to be a rainy Friday afternoon and evening, we appreciate you joining us here live on WBON. In our lead story today, unfortunately, we have to start off with more dismal statewide news involving the coronavirus. On Thursday, during his weekly Team Kentucky update, Governor Andy Beshear said hospitalizations have increased every day without exception for the past 42 days, from 239 people on July 14th to a record 2,074 people on August 25th. Before the Delta variant, Kentucky's record number of COVID-19 hospitalizations was 1,817. That was back on December 17th of last year. The governor highlighted other statistics from July 14th. On that day, there were 60 Kentuckians in the ICU. As of yesterday, there were 549. On July 14th, there were 25 Kentuckians with COVID-19 on a ventilator. As of yesterday, there were 338. On July 14th, the state's COVID-19 test positivity rate was 3.81%, and it was down to a low of 1.79% on June 24th. Yesterday, it was at 13.16%, a record high in the time since the state has had adequate testing supplies. My point with all of these numbers is that we are in uncharted territory. We have been fighting this virus for almost 18 months, but we have never been here before, said Governor Beshear. As horrible as last year's surge was, we were never in the position where doctors worried they'd need to choose between treating a patient who can't breathe because of COVID or treating a patient who is bleeding out from a car accident. And that is the strain that our hospitals are under right now. Kentucky healthcare heroes said vaccinations are the current #1 priority as of right now. Well, a deputy at the Clark County Detention Center, Billy Jones, has been charged with first-degree official misconduct and second-degree promoting contraband after he was allegedly paid $400 to bring a cell phone and a power bank into the jail. He then allegedly delivered them to an inmate. Officials report that the power bank had 12 grams of heroin, 8 grams of methamphetamine, and 50 Suboxone strips hidden inside. Both charges are misdemeanors, and Jones was also the former Winchester fire chief. Well, the Estill County Health Department said in a post to their social media page that they are aware of numerous cases of kids who have been quarantined from school but are still attending community events this week. They want you to please know that you have been asked to quarantine due to the fact that you have been exposed to a positive COVID-19 case, and you should not be around others until your 10-day quarantine has expired. They also said that you should do your part as members of the community to help in reducing exposures to others by following the guidelines set forth by the CDC. Well, a motorcycle crash in Lincoln County has claimed 1 life and left 1 person injured. It happened Wednesday at US 50 East around 6 p.m. when driver Leah Merkel lost control of the motorcycle and hit a guardrail. Merkel and the passenger identified as Colin Brown were ejected from the vehicle as a result. Merkel died in the crash and Brown was taken to the hospital. The sheriff's office says alcohol or drugs are not suspected to be a factor at this time. Well, in accordance with a proclamation from the White House, Governor Andy Beshear has directed that flags at all state buildings be lowered to half-staff until sunset on Monday, August 30th, in honor of the U.S. service members and others killed in the terrorist attacks in Kabul, Afghanistan on Thursday. Governor Beshear encourages individuals, businesses, and organizations throughout the Commonwealth to join in this tribute. Well, an accident Wednesday at a Nicholasville construction site has claimed 1 life. The sheriff reports the victim, identified as Jim Paget, was working on a dump truck when the explosion occurred. Paget was taken to the Cincinnati hospital where he later died due to his injuries. Another person at the site was burned from his waist down and is being treated for his injuries. Well, last Friday on the courthouse steps, Robert Jennings was sworn in as a new district court judge. Earlier today, I caught up with Jennings to talk about this great moment in the career of himself and what it meant to himself and his family. Last week, the Madison County District Court saw a new judge be sworn in. Robert Jennings, lifelong resident of Richmond and former president of the Madison County Bar Association, became the newest judge of the District Court when he was given his sworn oath by his father and former Madison County District Court Judge William Jennings.
It was a culmination of a lot of hard work, really. This is something I've wanted to do for a very long time. The phone call I received was, "You've been appointed to District Court. When can you start?"
As Jennings' father has presided over the very same court his son currently sits over, Robert tells us that he has received valuable advice on how to treat the cases the court sees.
My dad has been a great role model and certainly someone to look up to while on the bench. The greatest advice that he's been able to give me is that it's about the people. It's about how you treat the people. It's about how you treat the attorneys. It's about how you treat the clerks, the defendants, everyone. You deal with a lot of people. Some of them may not like what you're saying or what you're doing, but respect is paramount. And that advice was certainly well taken, and I'll continue to keep doing that.
Jennings didn't have much time to relax after getting sworn in, as he almost immediately got to work reading files for the cases he would soon be judging.
Sworn in on Friday, went back to the courthouse that night to start looking at files, and spent all the time. Spent all day Saturday, all day Sunday at the courthouse looking at files and getting prepared for Monday. I think I came in Monday morning and we finished our last docket yesterday, and I think we've done about 400 cases already this week.
Jennings tells us that the district court sees many different types of cases that all affect Madison County citizens in different ways.
The district court job isn't solely about criminal prosecutions. Monday morning we did a jail docket, a criminal arraignment docket, and court trials. But then Wednesday did landlord-tenant and probate dockets in Clark and Madison County. And yesterday was a mental health guardianship trials for folks that are disabled or need a guardian, and then the afternoon Casey's Law. So it's very important that you're prepared to make those decisions, because these decisions, especially mental health, and they're going to impact people's lives dramatically. So the first time that you're looking at the file doesn't need to be when you're sitting on the bench. I've always thought I wanted to do this job growing up until I started practicing law and actually seeing what it takes. That's when it really became a goal of mine to make it to the bench. And you walk out there, your very first day, everyone says all rise and everyone's looking at you, and really you don't have a chance to think about it or hesitate. You put in the prep work and then you have to get to work. So it's sunk in a little bit, but there's still a lot of work to do. I think as we keep going, it might feel more regular, but I think so far so good.
Despite being sworn in, Judge Jennings tells us that he sees a long future with the district court.
Going through and making sure that we're holding court regularly, we're holding court safely. I've got two benchmates right now that are very helpful for me on issues that maybe I haven't seen before. So the immediate future is making sure that we're in court, we're doing a good job, and we're getting people's cases heard. This is something I could see myself staying in as long as the people will have me. And in order to ensure that, that's just being prepared, making sure you're making decisions that are just, and making sure people's cases are heard.
For WBONTV Channel 9, I'm Michael Watkins. Special thanks to Robert for spending time with us today and giving us an update on his new role in Madison County. Well, officials at the Toyota Manufacturing Company announced plans to roll out new heavy-duty fuel cells from the plant by 2023. The planned fuel cells will offer a 300-mile range for an 80,000-pound truckload. And making the announcement, officials explained the goal is to use them in heavy-duty trucks to cut down on harmful emissions. It's now time for our first commercial break here on the newscast, folks. Thank you for tuning us in on this Friday edition. When we come back, we'll tell you about where you can watch the Berea Pirates football game tonight when we come back here live on WBONTV Channel 9.
Davison Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davison Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davison Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisonpowellfuneralhome.com. Davison Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
The mission at H2 Health is to create a healthcare environment where their employees and clients love to be. They offer a wide range of services including physical therapy, occupational therapy, a chronic pain program, wellness and fitness programs, dry needling, and more. H2 Health is here to get you back in the game and feeling your best with locations in Richmond, Berea, and more. Visit h2health.com to learn more and get started today at H2 Health.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Donate or shop at the new location for the Habitat Restore in Madison County. The proceeds from the Habitat Restore go towards helping build a home for someone in need. Shop, donate, or volunteer at the new location for the Habitat Restore in the old CVS Pharmacy building on Main Street in Richmond.
You know when you step outside and it feels absolutely perfect? The air's not too warm, not too cool, just perfection? Now imagine if you could have that same feeling inside your home at a price that feels even better. You can, thanks to the folks at Affordable Heating and Air. Call 859-779-0122 now and get the best Lennox home comfort systems at a price you'll love. That's Affordable Heating and Air at 859-779-0122 or online at affordableheating-air.com.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury, I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are gonna drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's gonna put the work in the first place?
Support your favorite team with apparel from Campus Warehouse in Richmond. Whether you're an EKU fan or you're a part of the Big Blue Nation, Campus Warehouse has something for you. Stop by and see their new line of Old Road t-shirts, because guys, we know Saturdays are for the boys. Plus they have the cutest seasonal tees for the ladies. And Campus Warehouse now carries the new line of tees for the kiddos as well. Visit campuswarehouserichmond.com or stop by their location in the Richmond Center next to Buffalo Wild Wings.
The Old West, the way you remember it. Good guys and bad guys.
Come and join us as we watch and talk about the best of the West.
Western movies, TV shows, and more.
Draw Western Theater, Saturdays at 1 p.m.
Here on Richmond's very own Channel 9.
Back here live on WBONTV Channel 9, battling the rain and storms that are coming down here in Madison County right now. We hope you and yours are staying safe as the rain does come down. Looks like it'll be out of the area around 7 o'clock tonight. Do want to remind you of some stuff going on here tonight on WBONTV. The Berea Pirates, after having one game canceled and rescheduling an opponent, then having that game canceled, the Pirates now will be traveling on the road to take on Paris. That game will be live tonight here on WBON-TV. You can check out all the action beginning at 7:10 with our pregame coverage and the kickoff at 7:30 between the Pirates of Berea and Paris, here live on WBONTV. Well, the grand stages are up and preparations are underway for a weekend of music, food, bourbon, and horses for the Railbird Festival at Keeneland, but it won't go on without strict COVID-19 precautions. Railbird organizers have taken steps to make sure safety protocols are in place for everyone. Everyone attending must be fully vaccinated and show proof or have a negative COVID-19 test within 72 hours. Attendees will need one of 2 wristbands to show that they've complied with the new rules. Well, the lead pastor of the Centerpoint Church in Lexington, Tim Parsons, has died as the result of complications from COVID-19. According to church officials, Pastor Parson contracted the disease 2 weeks ago. He passed away Thursday morning. In a prepared statement, church officials said that they are saddened by the loss of their beloved lead pastor. They continued that he was loved by many and he leaves an impactful legacy in the lives of thousands of people in Fayette and surrounding counties. Well, over 30 local youth have worked hard in partnership with Madison County 4-H and have learned valuable skills as they cured 2 hams each. According to Julia Reed, Madison County 4-H program assistant, the kids have given speeches at the county fair and the state fair. Now moving forward, they are responsible for calling and inviting sponsors to the country ham auction to practice making business phone calls. Reed says the kids must also complete 6 hours of livestock education and gain many skills they will be able to use in their future endeavors. In an interview with WBONTV, Reed says they are excited for local businesses and individuals to have the opportunity to come out and bid on the hams that the children worked so hard on. With this story, here is WBONTV's Marissa Hempel.
So there's a lot going on in Madison County right now regarding 4-H, and recently over 30 youths had submitted hams and got prizes, but things are still kind of moving forward. There's a lot more happening. So do you care to explain the program and what happened at the state fair first off?
So in January, actually, at the Madison County Extension Office, we had 34 youth that came out and they cured 2 hams each, and those hams have been curing all year long. They didn't see their hams again until around May when they, what we call, shucked the hams, just like corn. And that just means to clean the excess cure and mold off of the ham. That's not a bad thing. It's kind of indifferent. It's usually just a penicillin type mold, and we clean that off. And after they've shucked the hams, they hang in the barn through July. And in July, we actually take the hams, the kids shine them up, they oil them up. You do everything that you can to make those animals look as good and just their very best that you possibly can. So putting the oil on the hams is very similar. It's showmanship for the ham. So the ham looks really shiny and nice. And the kids did that before we took the hams to the county fair in July, at the end of July, and they gave their speeches there. So they gave their speeches in front of a pretty good crowd at the county fair. And then we transported the hams to Louisville. So the hams and the speeches were judged again. The kids gave their speeches at Louisville at the Kentucky State Fair. Now the hams are back in Madison County and we are looking to sell those hams. So the kids have put in a lot of work. They've invited local businesses and individuals. They've made phone calls to invite those people to the ham auction, which will be September 16th, starting at 5 o'clock at the Madison County Fairgrounds. Last year, the hams went for about an average of $700. People and businesses will be there, and a lot of people will go together on a ham. So we don't ask one person to spend that much on a ham, but they do go together to support the youth in that way.
So where did the proceeds from this go to?
The proceeds for the individual hams go straight back to the child who prepared that ham. Some kids put it in their college fund. Some kids use it to buy other projects for 4-H. Some kids have considered buying a beef show animal. Some of the kids are donating hams back to the 4-H program. So we will have a few hams that are being sold there to benefit the Madison County 4-H program. And then we also have a silent auction. So each child is responsible for putting together a silent auction item or basket for the Madison County 4-H ham auction. Some counties also have an auction and they take commission out of the child's check, and we want to stay away from that. We feel like if a business is showing up to buy that child's ham, then the child should get the money from it. So this is another way that we recoup some of the costs, is put together a silent auction basket, and the proceeds from that basket does go back to Madison County 4-H.
Did you have any events coming up or anything you wanted to add?
If you'd like to get a child involved in Madison County 4-H, 4-H runs all year long. We have summer camp in the summer, and we have clubs that run from August or September through April or May. But September is the start of a new 4-H program year. So now is a really great time to get your children involved in 4-H. If you have youth that are between the ages of 9 and 18 and they have an interest in anything, we probably have a 4-H club that they would enjoy. So be sure to check out our Facebook page, Madison County KY 4-H.
Thanks, Marissa. Well, drivers who use KY 205 in Breathitt County will need to find an alternate route on Saturday, August 28th. The highway will be closed at milepoint 9.12 near Mudlick Church Road for installation of a drainage pipe. Work will begin around 8 a.m. and should be completed by 4 p.m. During this time, the road will be closed to all through traffic. No marked detour will be posted, and drivers can use KY 15 and the Mountain Parkway as an alternate route. In case of inclement weather, the closure will be postponed. It's now time for our second commercial break. Once again, when we come back, we'll look at the current incidence rate for the state and look at the statewide map, which every county is still in the red for the current incidence rate. We'll tell you where Madison and the surrounding counties stand when we come back here live on the newscast, live on WBONTV, Channel 9.
Davison Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davison Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davison Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisonpowellfuneralhome.com. Davison Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
The mission at H2 Health is to create a healthcare environment where their employees and clients love to be. They offer a wide range of services including physical therapy, occupational therapy, a chronic pain program, wellness and fitness programs, dry needling, and more. H2 Health is here to get you back in the game and feeling your best with locations in Richmond, Berea, and more. Visit h2health.com to learn more and get started today at H2 Health.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Donate or shop at the new location for the Habitat Restore in Madison County. The proceeds from the Habitat Restore go towards helping build a home for someone in need. Shop, donate, or volunteer at the new location for the Habitat Restore in the old CVS Pharmacy building on Main Street in Richmond.
You know when you step outside and it feels absolutely perfect? The air's not too warm, not too cool, just perfection? Now imagine if you could have that same feeling inside your home at a price that feels even better. You can, thanks to the folks at Affordable Heating and Air. Call 859-779-0122 now and get the best Lennox home comfort systems at a price you'll love. That's Affordable Heating and Air at 859-779-0122 or online at affordableheating-air.com.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury, I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are going to drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's going to put the work in the first place?
Support your favorite team with apparel from Campus Warehouse in Richmond. Whether you're an EKU fan or you're a part of the Big Blue Nation, Campus Warehouse has something for you. Stop by and see their new line of Old Road t-shirts, because guys, we know Saturdays are for the boys. Plus, they have the cutest seasonal tees for the ladies. And Campus Warehouse now carries a new line of tees for the kiddos as well. Visit campuswarehouserichmond.com or stop by their location in the Richmond Center next to Buffalo Wild Wings.
The Old West, the way you remember it. Good guys and bad guys.
Come and join us as we watch and talk about the best of the West.
Western movies, TV shows, and more.
Draw Western Theater, Saturdays at 1 p.m.
Here on Richmond's very own Channel 9.
Back here live on the Daily Community Briefing. Again, do want to remind you of a programming note here tonight on WBONTV. You can watch the Berea Pirates travel to Paris to take on Paris. That game will begin at 7:30. Our coverage will begin at 7:10 for the pregame show. And again, kickoff at 7:30 here live on WBONTV. And then next Friday night, barring no COVID cancellations, the first ever WBON TV live game on our TV station. That's right, WBON TV, the over-the-air channel, and on Spectrum here in Madison County. It'll feature the two Madison County schools on the Madison County school system. Madison Central will take on Madison Southern in high school football. You can watch it live next Friday on WBON TV, channel 712 on Spectrum, or on the over-the-air channel as well on the streaming platforms of WBON TV. Madison Central, Madison Southern next Friday on WBON TV, channel 9. As we look at the coronavirus current incidence rates for Madison and surrounding counties today, Madison County coming in with 73.1. That's a slight decrease from where we were yesterday. Yesterday, Madison County was at 76.7 for their current incidence rate. Estill County today at 108.4. They have a dropped down from 117.5. Other counties surrounding us, Jackson County still well up into the hundreds at 165.1. Rockcastle County at 85.6. Garrett County at 72.8. We've got Jessamine County coming in at 78.4. Fayette County at 64.7. And Clark at 62.6. Again, every state or every county in the state and the statewide map in the red for the current incidence rate, some of them well up into the hundreds, even over 200 in some cases. Clay County today coming in at 256.3, Whitley County at 205.2. Other high numbers across the state, we look at Powell County at 122.5, Magoffin County at 152.7, down in the southern part of the state, Harlan County at 109.3, Bell County at 205.2, Allen County at 145.4, Graves County at 138.4. Folks, these states are nowhere close, or these counties are nowhere close coming out of that red zone for the current incidence rate. And today, the overall current incidence rate at 81.73. The overall current incidence rate yesterday was 79.65. From the health department here in Madison County, the CDC has shared if you have the COVID-19 vaccine, these stats are important for you to know. If you have the COVID-19 vaccine, you are 3.5 times, so 300% less likely to get the virus. You are also 8 times, 800% less likely to get sick, and you are 25 times, so 2,500% less likely to die if you have the COVID-19 vaccine and still contract the coronavirus. If you're looking to go get a test tomorrow, the Richmond White House Clinic will be open from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you're looking for a place to go get a COVID-19 vaccine, anyone age 12 or older is available, and you can contact the White House Clinic to set up an appointment at 1-855-WHAPPTS. Folks, we appreciate you tuning us in here on the newscast today. Don't forget about high school football tonight, Berea and Paris. Next Friday on the TV channel, we'll have Madison Central versus Madison Southern. All that coverage coming up this week and next week here live on WBON TV, Channel 9. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next time on the Daily Community Briefing here live, same time and same place on the WBON TV, Channel 9.